This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high school.
Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners!
Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Beal.
Welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Final four. This tournament started back in September with 86 Houston-area high school teams, and the semifinalists include the Kinkaid School and Huntsville. The winner of this contest will be assured of no less than $12,500 in Texaco Foundation scholarships. Players, this sound means you're right. This tone, incorrect. And this sound, the end of each quarter. Good luck to Kinkaid and Huntsville. We'll begin the warm-up round with this, a five-pointer. All addresses in Washington, D.C. include one of the following designations: northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest for the compass directions. Which building is the point from which these directions are determined?
Kinkaid, Sujit. The Washington Monument.
Not the Washington Monument. Huntsville?
Huntsville Bar. The Capitol Building.
That is correct, and Huntsville is first on the board. I have a 10-pointer. This passage refers to what index? When a light ray passes from a medium of low density...
Kinkaid, Samir. The index of refraction.
To one of higher density, such as from air to glass, the relative index is greater than unity. For 10 points, Alexander Nevsky was a famous 13th century Russian warrior, hero, and saint. The principal thoroughfare in one of Russia's best planned and most beautiful cities is named after him. Can you name the...
Huntsville, Elizabeth.
St. Petersburg.
That's the city. The main thoroughfare is called the Nevsky Prospect. For 5 points, what is the name of the mathematical set described in this example? The set of lines which can be passed through a single point.
Kinkaid, Samir. Infinite.
That is the infinite set. You're right. I have a visual question now, players, so look at your monitor here in the Channel 2 studio, and for 5 points, tell me the occupation of these men.
Kinkaid, Justin. Miners. More specific. Coal miners.
They are coal miners, Justin, right. For 10 points, a British pilot was rescued after his warplane was shot down on a NATO mission over which Muslim town, much of which has fallen to Bosnian...
Kinkaid, Samir. Gorazde.
Gorazde is right. For 10 points, by the 4th century B.C. in Greece, the heads of princes began to be depicted on coinage. Whose heads were on them before this period?
Huntsville, Bar. The gods.
Heads of the gods. Right you are. For 5 points, the jojoba plant from the deserts of Baja California produces an oil that is supplanting the oil derived from...
Kinkaid, Kate.
Whale.
The harvest of what huge animal? Good anticipation, Kate. For 5 points, if you have 24 score apples, how many dozen apples do you have?
Kinkaid, Justin. 18. Huntsville, Bar. 40.
40 dozen is right. For 10 points, I have an audio question. What's the name of this sports announcer?
Hitters at the Falcons. 100 minutes to go. Young is hurt. Steve, I've got you, babe.
Kinkaid, Justin. Chris Berman.
That's Chris Berman. Good for you, Justin. I have a 5-pointer. Give at least 2 baseball terms that rhyme with talk.
Kinkaid, Samir. Walk and balk.
And chalk we would have taken, too. Look at your screen, because now it's time for our celebrity question of the week.
Hi, I'm Gary Brown of the Houston Oilers, and I got a question about football for you. On August 15, 1959, the American Football League formally organized with 6 cities. Houston, Dallas, Minneapolis, St. Paul made up half of the organization. Name 2 of the 3 remaining cities.
Kinkaid, Sujit.
The Ravens.
Huntsville, 2 of the remaining 3 cities.
Huntsville, Bar. New York and Chicago.
New York, Los Angeles, and Denver. No score on that one. I have a 10-pointer. Most professional politicians were dumbfounded when Franklin Roosevelt chose Harry Truman as his running mate in 1944. What was Truman's position?
Kinkaid, Justin.
Haberdasher.
Or job immediately before becoming vice president? Huntsville? Want to take a guess?
In time, Edward.
Mayor.
Well, he was U.S. Senator from Missouri. For 10 points, a flag bearing a white anchor and caduceus on a blue field represents which government official?
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Surgeon General.
That is the Surgeon General for 10 points. Here's a 10-point visual question, please. Who is this Houstonian founder of the wax?
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Ovetta Cope Hobby.
That is correct. Hobby is right. I have a 10-pointer. Give me the adjective that begins with the letter I and means prone to anger.
Kinkaid, Justin.
Irritable.
Irritable or irascible. There's the tone. That's all we have time for in the warm-up round. We're going to play the bonus round and meet the players after you watch this. The 7th annual Texaco Star Academic Challenge semifinal match continues. The score at this point is 30-80 in favor of Kinkaid. Now let's meet the players, shall we? First of all, from Kinkaid High School. First of all, we'll meet Captain Samir Sheff, a senior, a semifinalist in the Presidential Scholar competition. He plays lead trumpet in the school band, and he is Harvard-bound. Next to him is Sujit Raman, a sophomore co-news editor of the school newspaper, plays trumpet in the school band and in the Houston Youth Symphony. Justin Lake, a junior, member of Who's Who at Kinkaid, and is interested in foreign languages. And finally, Kate Howe, a junior. Kate is on the staff of the school's literary magazine, bassist in the school orchestra and in the Greater Houston Youth Orchestra. Their alternates are Ashraf Lakhani, Brian Rosenthal, Rohit Shaw, and Robert Valero. Coaches, John Gurman and Don Thames. That's the team from Kinkaid. Their opponents, the team from Huntsville High School. The captain is Bar Sanderson, a senior National Merit finalist, has a black belt in Tong Soo Do. Next to him is Kayvon Adib, a junior member of the chorale. This is, and she has participated for 3 years in the All-Region Choir. She's secretary of Mu Alpha Theta and vice president of the Science Club. Edward Kale, a senior National Merit finalist, member of the Houston-area Model United Nations. His hobbies are fishing and photography. And Elizabeth Adams, a senior National Merit commended student who loves to play the piano and will be attending William and Mary. Their alternates, Joey Harrison, John Camfield, Zach Hilton, and Rocky Billhartz. Coaches, Shirley Jackson and Janet Fair. That's the team from Huntsville High School. Let me introduce the judges for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. They are Professor Tom Hudson, Department of Physics, University of Houston, and Mr. Mike Mastandria, the President of Marching Auxiliaries of America. Their decisions will be final. Players, if you're ready, we're going to begin the bonus round with this toss-up question. For 10 points after serving almost 3 decades on the Supreme Court, Justice Harry Blackmun recently announced his retirement. His most significant work,
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Roe versus Wade.
was the writing of which decision? Roe versus Wade. Good anticipation, Sujit. So Samir, Sujit, Justin, and Kate, here is your solar system bonus. Name the 4 Jovian planets. You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're incorrect. Talk it over and fire when ready.
That must mean inside, because the other ones are outside. They're Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. But inside, the rest are bigger ones.
Jove is Jupiter. Jove is Jupiter.
Your answer?
Mercury? No. Huntsville.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is right. Jove refers to Jupiter. The others, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, the big ones. Here's the 10-point toss-up. A ship leaves port from Israel and goes into port once in each of the countries in North Africa until it reaches the Straits of Gibraltar. How many stops after leaving Israel did it make?
Huntsville, Bar.
5.
5 is correct. And Bar, Kayvon, Edward, and Elizabeth huddled together, Barbarian bonus. I will give you some information about a barbarian tribe which invaded the Roman Empire, and you provide the name of the tribe. First for 5 points, Attila was their greatest king.
Huns.
That was easy enough. For 10 points, they settled in Sussex, Essex, and Wessex.
The Visigoths.
No, Kinkaid.
The Saxons.
The Saxons is right. So this time, Kinkaid picks up bonus points. For 10 points, a toss-up. Sometimes the symptoms of a disease disappear for a period of time. Such an occurrence is called a period of what?
Huntsville, Elizabeth.
Latency.
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Remission?
Remission is the word for 10 points. Okay, Kinkaid. Novel bonus for you for 5 points. Name the author who said about her novel, inspired by a pamphlet written by a runaway slave, God wrote it, I merely did the dictation.
Stowe.
Harriet Beecher Stowe, right. For 10 points, the boy with fair hair lowered himself down the last few feet of rock and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. Does this sentence come from a novel by Saul Bellow, Aldous Huxley, J.D. Salinger, William Golding, or Kurt Vonnegut?
Golding.
Right, Lord of the Flies. For 15 points, Jim Burden and Antonia Shimerda were the two main characters in what novel by Willa Cather?
Pioneers.
No, Willa Cather was the one in New Mexico, the real famous one.
Death comes to the Archbishop.
What?
Death comes to the Archbishop.
Death comes to the Archbishop.
No, not Death Comes for the Archbishop. Huntsville?
I don't know how that falls.
Your answer?
My Antonia is the answer there. Okay, we have a music question for you. For 10 points, listen to this short work by Max Bruch and identify the featured solo instrument.
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Viola?
That's the viola. Good going, Sujit. And the trumpeter knows a little bit about stringed instruments. So Kinkaid, geography is your bonus. For 5 points, the world's largest peninsula is considerably larger than the world's largest island. Do you know what it is now, or do I have to tell you that it's bounded by the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, and the Arabian Sea?
Arabian Peninsula. The Arabian Peninsula.
That is correct. For 10 points, one of the world's great metal manufacturing centers. This city is England's largest. What is it?
Birmingham. Oh, England's largest? Liverpool? What did he say? England's largest?
What?
Birmingham.
Birmingham?
It is Birmingham, right. We meant England's largest metal manufacturing center. For 15 points, name the two Canadian provinces which border the state of Maine.
Okay, New Brunswick is one.
Is it Newfoundland?
It's
No, it's
Ontario, maybe. New Brunswick?
Newfoundland.
Okay. All right.
Your answer?
New Brunswick and Newfoundland?
No, but some good teamwork going on that Kinkaid side. Huntsville, the two Canadian provinces bordering Maine.
New Brunswick and Quebec.
That is correct. 15 points for Huntsville. As the quarter comes to an end, when we return, we'll play the 60 seconds round. And players from Kinkaid and Huntsville, you'll be selecting overtures, grammar, crossword puzzle, or the mystery category. Winning team goes on to the finals. At this point, it's 65 for Huntsville, 150 for Kinkaid. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are prepared, provided, and authenticated by Questions Unlimited, Columbus, Ohio. Here's how we play 60 seconds. You know the rules well, teams. You pick a subject. You have 1 minute to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. Any questions missed or passed will be referred to your opponent. Get them all right, and we'll give you a 20-point bonus. Huntsville, Barr, make it a good one.
The mystery category.
The mystery category is car models. Start the clock. Here we go. Identify the Ford sports car named for the wild horses of the American.
Mustang.
Identify the Buick luxury coupe named for the coastal strip along the Mediterranean.
Seville.
Cadillac midsize named for a Spanish city famous as a center for art and literature.
Deville.
Mercury sports car named for the Italian island near the entrance to the Bay of Naples.
Corsica.
Dodge minivan whose name designates a group traveling together, particularly on a desert.
Caravan.
Chevrolet sport utility vehicle whose name designates a district near the outskirts of a city.
Suburban.
Suburban.
Pontiac midsize, named from the French for large prize for a series of auto races.
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix.
Isuzu sport utility vehicle named from the Spanish for friend.
Amigo.
Mitsubishi sports car named for the obscuring of one celestial body by... Time runs out. And it was 50 points on car models.
Correct.
Kinkaid, identify the Buick luxury coupe named for the coastal strip along the Mediterranean.
Bonneville.
How about Riviera? Cadillac midsize named for a Spanish city famous as a center for art and literature.
Seville.
That's Seville. Mercury sports car named for the Italian island near the entrance to the Bay of Naples.
Sable.
Mercury.
Your answer?
Sable.
That's the Capri. And Mitsubishi sports car named for the obscuring of one celestial body.
The Eclipse.
Eclipse is right. Okay. Obscuring of one celestial body by another. Finish that question. Kinkaid, you're in the catbird seat. What's your pleasure?
Overtures.
Overtures is the subject for Kinkaid. Start the clock. Here we go. Name the composers of these overtures. German, who composed Academic Festival Overture.
No, it's not.
Go on. German, who composed the overture to A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Mendelssohn.
Russian, who composed the Romeo and Juliet Fantasy Overture.
Prokofiev.
German, who composed the Leonora Overtures numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Beethoven.
Yes. Austrian, who composed the overture to the Magic Flute.
Mozart.
Frenchman, who composed the Roman Carnival Overture.
Saison.
Czech, who composed the Carnival Overture.
Dvorak.
How about the Italian, who composed the William Tell Overture?
Rossini.
German, who composed the overture to the Flying Dutchman.
Wagner.
And finally, Italian, who composed the overture to La Forza del Destino.
Verdi.
That's correct. So, Mike, how many points?
70 points.
70 points on overtures for Kinkaid. Huntsville, name the composers of these overtures. German, who composed Academic Festival Overture.
Brahms.
Right. Russian, who composed the Romeo and Juliet Fantasy Overture.
Tchaikovsky.
Correct. And Frenchman, who composed the Roman Carnival Overture.
Your answer?
Debussy.
Well, that was Hector Berlioz. 60 seconds is over. We'll be back with Stump the Experts round in just a moment. We're back with the fourth and final quarter. Our score is 135 for Huntsville, 240 for Kinkaid. We will move into Stump the Experts. Players will have a series of rapid-fire toss-up questions until we're out of time. Stump the Expert style. Here's a 15-point visual question. Franz Klein is representative of what artistic movement? We're looking for a two-word term.
Kinkaid. Kate.
Abstract expressionist.
Abstract expressionism, right. For 20 points, consider the names Sue Bridehead and Arabella Dawn. Sound obscure? They appear in what novel by Thomas Hardy?
Kinkaid. Justin.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
Not that one. Huntsville.
Huntsville. Elizabeth.
Far from the madding crowd.
Good try. Jude the Obscure. For 15 points, I have a math question for you. Find the value of tangent squared of x minus secant squared of x.
Huntsville. Bar.
1.
Kinkaid, the question is yours. Oh, there's no consultation allowed. The answer is -1. For 15 points, George Gershwin's opera Porgy and Bess is a landmark of American music. Name the city in which it is set.
Kinkaid. Sujit.
Paris.
The question...
Huntsville. Edward.
St. Louis.
Closer, Charleston, South Carolina. For 20 points, hemoglobin carries oxygen from the lungs throughout the body. What carries carbon dioxide from the body's tissues to the lungs?
Kinkaid. Samir.
Lymph.
Huntsville? In time, bar.
Hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin again is right for 20 points. I have a music question worth 15. Did this opera premiere in Rome, Paris, Munich, Vienna, or New York? Listen.
Kinkaid, Justin. Munich.
Munich is right. The music from Tristan und Isolde by Wagner for 15 points in 1918. A 70-year-old woman, later known as Grandma Moses, began to copy illustrated postcards and courier knives prints. And until her death at the age of 101, she was quite successful as a painter. Her works were praised for their purity of color, attention to detail, and vigor. What is the term used to describe?
Kinkaid, Kate.
Primitive.
The type of painting she produced, works for which she had no formal training, primitivism. Good. For 20 points, what famous line precedes, "It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven"?
Huntsville, Elizabeth.
The quality of mercy is not strained.
Is right, from the Merchant of Venice for 20 points. Another 20-pointer. Holders of one kind of stock receive a specified dividend from profits before the profits are divided.
Huntsville, Edward.
Preferred.
Another 20 for Huntsville. Here's a 15-point history question. Name two of the four British monarchs whose reigns were longer than Elizabeth I's 45 years.
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Queen Victoria and George III.
Is correct. Henry III, Edward III were the others. For 20 points, I have a visual question. This portrait, entitled On the Terrace, is the work of which 19th century?
Huntsville, Elizabeth.
Renoir.
That's a Renoir. You're right. Another 20-pointer. Identify the Mexican rebels who launched an uprising last January.
Huntsville, Edward.
I'll go on for Kinkaid. They are named for a revolutionary who died 75 years ago.
Kinkaid, Sujit. Zapata.
The Zapatistas. We were looking for the name of the revolutionaries, named, of course, for Zapata. For 15 points. In anthropology, the belief that natural objects and phenomena have souls is called what?
Kinkaid, Justin. Animism.
Very good, Justin. Animism. A 20-pointer. What literary figure counted Hemingway and Picasso among her friends?
Kinkaid, Sujit.
Gertrude Stein.
Gertrude Stein is right for 20 points. I have a 15-pointer. Identify the biblical pair described in 1 Samuel 18:1, whose names symbolize inseparable friends. They are David and Jonathan. For 20 points, a music question. Name the musical by Simon and Bacharach based on The Apartment. Listen.
Kinkaid, Justin. Chorus line.
Not that one.
Huntsville, Edward.
Singles.
Well, that's a tough one. Anybody in the audience remember that one? Promises, promises. Nice job. Okay, here's a 15-pointer. Name any two of the leaders of Egypt, Ethiopia, and Saudi Arabia, with whom?
Kinkaid, Justin.
Haile Selassie and King Fahd.
King Fahd.
With whom Franklin Roosevelt met aboard a warship anchored in the Great Bitter Lake near Cairo in 1945, Huntsville. Egypt, Ethiopia, and Saudi Arabia. Name any two of them. Well, it was Haile Selassie, King Saud, and King Farouk.
2 minutes left.
And the 2-minute warning has been issued. I have a 20-pointer. Elements heavier than what atomic number have names that honor prominent people and...
Kinkaid, Sujit.
92.
And places related to 20th century physics. Huntsville.
Huntsville, Bar.
94.
94 is right for 20 points. I have another 20-pointer. In 1974, a fiber stronger than steel was...
Huntsville, Edward.
Kevlar.
Kevlar, yes! A 15-pointer. To explain the motions of molecules and the energy molecules possess, particularly in the gaseous phase, physicists have developed a specific theory.
Kinkaid, Samir.
Kinetic theory?
Kinetic theory of matter, yes. I have a 15-pointer, a math question. The length of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is 14 inches. One leg has a length of 7 inches. In radical form, give the length of the other leg. Hypotenuse is 14, one leg is 7.
Kinkaid, Samir.
Square root of 95?
Judge says yes. Or 7 times the square root of 3 is what we have.
Go back.
For 15 points, who said man is a political animal in his book, Politics?
Kinkaid, Justin.
Machiavelli?
No, not Machiavelli, Huntsville. That's Aristotle. For 20 points, this 1929 novel about the Compson family is often considered William Faulkner's finest book. Can you name it? For 20,
Kinkaid, Sujit.
As I lay dying.
not that one. Can you name it?
Huntsville, Kayvon.
Sound and the Fury.
That's the one, the Sound and the Fury for 20 points. There's the tone. The contest is over. The final score, Huntsville 275, Kinkaid 365. The winners in advancing to the finals, Kinkaid High School. Our congratulations to Huntsville on an outstanding 5-1 season. And to you, Kinkaid, best wishes in the finals. That'll be coming up in 2 weeks. You'll be playing the winner of next week's match, either Memorial or Kingwood. Chip Beal, see you then.
Today at 10, it's time to party with the winners of Teens on TV's prom giveaway contest. Plus, meet the stars of Nick's Are You Afraid of the Dark? And learn what teens really think about taking finals. Teens on TV this morning at 10 on 2. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston-area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.